لا إله إلا الله 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 لا إله إلا الله جود علينا الله.
Peace and blessings upon the best of creation, the jewel and crown of creation, the beloved of Allah Almighty, the coolness to our eyes, the purpose of our lives, the reviver of our hearts, the inspirer to our minds, the awakener of our souls, the most honored one, the most praised one, the most generous one, the most kind one. Undoubtedly, he is the most beautiful one. None other than Sayyiduna Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa barik wa sallam. It is necessary for our children, especially for the youth, to honor and respect their parents and their elders. Respect for our parents and elders is commanded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our Creator, in Al-Quran Al-Kareem. Allah said in Al-Quran Al-Kareem, وَقَضَى رَبُّكَ أَلَّا تَعْبُدُوا إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. And your Lord has ordained that you worship none except Him. إِلَّا إِيَّاهُ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. And that you are good to your parents. You are respectful to your parents. You show honor to your parents. Kindness. The word ihsan, ihsan. This word is, in the Arabic language, a word which encompasses a number of meanings. Obedience, kindness, goodness, dutifulness. All of these words are synonyms of the word ihsan in the Arabic language. So, وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. And your Lord has said that you be good to your parents. So Allah has commanded us in Al-Quran Al-Kareem to show goodness to our parents, to show respect towards them. إِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِنْدَكَ الْكِبَرَ أَحَدُهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا وَقُلْ لَهُمَا قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا. And if your Lord, and if one or both of your parents have reached an old age, don't say uff to them. Don't disrespect them. Don't talk back to them. Don't answer back to them. فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا وَقُلْ لَهُمَا قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا. And when you speak to your parents, speak gently. Speak with goodness. Speak with kindness. وَقُلْ لَهُمَا قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا. Be good in your speech to your parents. Don't be foul, don't be disrespectful. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Al-Quran Al-Kareem, He has told us in these verses of the Quran the importance of respecting our parents. Along with respecting our parents, it is necessary upon the youth that we respect our elders. Elders referring to whom? People who have reached an old age. people who qualify to be your grandfather in terms of age, uncles, that you be respectful towards them as well. If someone is even 1 day older than you, he is your elder. If someone is 1 day older, 1 day older, never mind 10 years, 15 years older, 1 day he is older than you, then you must show respect to him. He is elder than you. And the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, it was a way of establishing in his community, in the ummah of the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam, in his ummah, these rules that we should respect and honor our elders and show love and mercy to our youngsters. He who doesn't respect and show honor for our elders, and he who does not show love and mercy to the youngsters, he is not from us. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying, when he said, he is not from us, what does this mean? That I do not consider this person to be from my ummah. This person is not of my way. He is not following the practices that I have established, the methods that I have established. He is not from us. Who? The one who does not respect his elders, and the one who does not show love to his youngsters. We must all respect our elders. We must show respect to our elders. But our elders must also show us love. This was the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. One day they seen Sayyidina, one of the companions, junior companions, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has seen that he went out to play with the children, went past him, and when they seen that he was crying because he was playing with little pigeons, little birds. Ya Umair, ma fa'al al-Nughayr. To make him happy for what happened to the little bird, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam engaged into a conversation with him. Said, "O Umair, what happened to the Nughayr, the little bird? What happened to this?" Because the bird had passed away and an issue had occurred, and the young child became very upset. The young companion became very upset. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to soften this, they showed this love and this mercy. It is this love and mercy for our elders, love and mercy for our youngsters, and it is this honor and respect for our elders that we need to observe at all times. Amongst our elders, there are people who we consider to be whom? Elderly in terms of age and also elderly in terms of knowledge. It is very important for our youth not only to honor and respect our parents, honor and respect our elders, but they should also honor and respect the ulama, the imams. They must show love, honor and respect towards those who teach them, their teachers. This is very important. Why? For those who follow the way of Allah and His Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam, it has been instructed to us clearly that we must show love and honor and respect towards the people of knowledge, Ahlul Ilm. They are the people who truly understand and know Tawheed and Risalat. They understand the deen. Allah said in Al-Quran Al-Kareem, Shahid Allahu annahu la ilaha illahu. Allah is shahid, Allah is witness, that there is no God worthy of worship except Him. Illahu. Wal malaikatu. And the angels are shahid of this as well. The angels know La ilaha illallah. Allah, His angels. And what's the next group that Allah mentions in this verse? Shahid Allahu annahu la ilaha illahu wal malaikatu wa ulul ilm. The people of knowledge. The people of knowledge, they understand La ilaha illallah. The purpose of our life is La ilaha illallah. The foundation of our religion is La ilaha illallah. Every Muslim, every young child, every youngster, male and female, the first lesson that they must be taught in Islam is what? La ilaha illallah. To understand what La ilaha illallah means. And of course, to truly understand La ilaha illallah, you must also understand Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. You must understand Muhammadun Rasulullah. Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, to understand this as well. Yani our religion, our creed, our belief is found upon Tawheed, La ilaha illallah, and Risalat, Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. شهد الله أنه لا إله إلا هو والملائكة وأولو العلم قائما بالقسط. The people of knowledge قائما بالقسط. Those who stand with justice, those who stand with understanding, those who are people of gnosis, those who have knowledge, and those who establish justice. قائما بالقسط. شهد الله أنه لا إله إلا هو والملائكة وأولو العلم قائما بالقسط لا إله إلا هو العزيز الحكيم. And there is no God worthy of worship except Him, and He subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Aziz and Al-Hakim. He, Allah Almighty, is the Almighty, and He is the All-Wise. So Allah is telling us in Al-Quran Al-Kareem, who truly understands La ilaha illallah? The people of ilm. If they have understood the greatest reality, the most important statement, then by default they deserve the utmost respect. They deserve the utmost honor. They are the ones about whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, if you do not know, what must you do? If you lack knowledge, what must you do? فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. Ask the people of knowledge. Ask the people of ilm. إِن كُنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. If you don't know, you don't have knowledge. If you don't know how to pray, you don't know how to fast, you are struggling with this ruling or this understanding, then what must you do? فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ. أهل الذِّكْرِ refers to whom? Ahl al-ilm, the people of knowledge. Ask the people of knowledge, in kuntum la ta'lamun, if you don't know. That's why it's important that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, as-su'alu nisful ilm. Half of knowledge can be acquired through asking questions. But kathratu su'al, asking too many questions, this was one of the reasons for the destruction of Bani Israel. The Jewish people, those who followed Sayyidina Musa, one of their problems was what? They would ask too many questions. When Sayyidina Musa went to talk to Allah Almighty, they began to worship a calf. Then they asked what color. They were told to get a calf. What color should it be? Where should it go? What should it eat? How should it do? Asking stupid questions. This excessive questioning, kasratu su'al, this led what? To their downfall. The zawal of Bani Israel. Ida'atul mal, wasting wealth, wa kasratu su'al. Excessively asking questions. These are two things which were destroyed who? The Bani Israel. So, as-su'alu nisful ilm, on one side, ask questions, half of knowledge comes through questioning, and on the other hand, there's a narration where don't ask too many questions. Ask questions relating to the deen. Ask as many questions relating to your religion. But questioning for the sake of it, questioning to create fitna, questioning to create chaos, questioning to create turbulence, to create issues within the ummah, within the community. So these such questions we shouldn't be doing too much of. This is what we shouldn't be doing too much of. Su'al an al-ilm, al-as'ila, questions with relation in regards to knowledge, this is something that we should hasten towards. If you don't ask about what you don't know, then you will never know. Sayyidina Imam Malik rahmatullah alayh, he was asked 40 questions, in one narration it's mentioned, 40 questions in relation to the deen. Around 30 plus questions, he said, La alam, I don't know, I have no knowledge. This is Imam Malik, Imam Dar al-Hijrah. This is one of the great Imams of the Ummah. This was their way, this was their tradition, this was their methodology. They were people of knowledge, but they never behaved in a manner of arrogance. They always remained humble in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. If you don't know, then you should go ask. Ask the people of knowledge if you don't know. So it's important. The Rasul of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, he mentioned in a tradition a lengthy hadith which talks about the importance of seeking knowledge, studying about Islam, learning about the deen. Those who tread on the path to seeking knowledge, how close they will get to Allah Almighty, etc. In this hadith, in these narrations, Sayyidina Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam concluded by saying, إِنَّ الْعُلَمَاءَ وَرَثَةُ الْأَنْبِيَاءِ. Certainly the people of knowledge, they are the inheritors of the prophets. It is the people of ilm who are the inheritors of the prophets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's a maqam and status that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has granted to the people of ilm. Who are the people of ilm? Those who have taken time out to go and study the deen. Go and learn Islam. Those who have learned about the deen, studied the deen, spreading the deen, people of ilm, people of knowledge, sound traditional knowledge. You see, in the Western world, we've all grown up in this environment. We've gone to the schools. What respect do our students, for example, young lads, young girls, show to their teachers in schools? It's a teacher, he passes on knowledge of English, math, science, and leaves it. In the Islamic tradition, the maqam and status of the alim, the ustaz, it is mentioned that the one who teaches you about the deen, he has a greater status and rank than even your own biological father. I'll tell you why. One reason. If there was a fire burning over there and you was running to it, and your father seen you running, what will he do? He will do everything in his power to stop you from getting burnt and hurt. And the people of knowledge, they know there is the fire of Jahannam. There is the fire of Jahannam. And you are walking towards, you are running towards this fire by doing sins. And what do? Their job is to help you, to guide you, to assist you, to protect you from this fire. Which fire is worse? The fire in this dunya or the fire in the akhirah? If the fire in the dunya your father saves you from, and the fire in the akhirah, the alim of the deen, the scholar, he saves you from, whose maqam is greater? Of course the maqam of an alim is greater. The maqam of your teacher. Those of you who learn Quran, who have learned the Quran from your teachers, you should kiss the hands of your teachers who taught you how to read the Quran. You should, it is adab, etiquette, that when your father stands, then you stand. When your father sits, once he sat, then you should sit. It is adab that you don't walk in front of your father, you walk behind your father out of respect for him. When your father speaks to you, you don't put your eye into your father's eye, you lower your head out of adab. I mean, I'm telling you stuff which was being practiced centuries ago. Today the youth, father, eye to eye, he will put his eye into his father's eye and talk. Yet go 40 years ago, 30, 40 years ago, the elders who are sitting here, when their fathers were alive, they're the jurrat nisi. We never had the courage to look into our father's eyes. Why? Out of respect. There was an element of fear. There was respect. There was a tarbiyah. There was an element of nurturing that was given by our elders that was passed on. Now, the way society is, it's changed. What I'm mentioning to you is something to now in today's society, it's changed. It doesn't exist. This is why it's important for us that we go back to the way of Allah and His Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. If we show this much adab to our parents, Islam has taught us this much respect for our parents, then what do you think is the maqam of the alim of the deen, your ustaz who taught you how to read the Quran, who taught you a hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? How much adab and respect must we show them as well? That when we see them, we must kiss their hands. When they stand, we stand in respect for them. When before they have sat, we do not sit until they sit. Yani this adab for the alim of the deen. This is something very important that our youth, our children must learn and educate them about themselves, and our parents should teach them. The parents should teach them. The ulama, the asatiza, the imams, they should teach them. This is what is necessary and important. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala honor us all, bless us all in this dunya and the akhirah. If we can all
Allah, La ilaha illallah, Jud alayhi.